Hello everyone and welcome back. We've got a big list of requests to catch up on today. So there's going to be just a bunch of different groups, a bunch of different artists that we're looking at. I'm going to be doing all of these at once. We'll see what makes it in the YouTube video because largely if I do a lot of groups at once, there's always one or two that seem to get the whole video blocked at some point. So if that does happen, I'm looking at you SM groups that are within here. So maybe some girls' generation that we're going to be getting to a bit later. Those will either be split up into their own video maybe, or I'll just throw them up on Patreon or Fourth Wall for free. And then it's just easier for you to view. So that'll be listed in the description. We will see. But yeah, we're basically going in order, catching up on requests. If you are of a particular tier on my Patreon or my Fourth Wall, you get to request something of your own for me to check out, and that's what we're doing here today, catching up on lots of backlog stuff. So we're starting with CRAXY and their song NUGUDOM. Part of this request was actually to check out the live stage, which we already have, of their song Lucid Dream, which I really enjoyed. CRAXY, I first learned about them from another request, which was like their cypher from last year, early last year, at least when I did the request. That was just heavily focused on their rap line specifically, from what I recall at least. And then I saw them at KCON just last year, and they were very good. They were very good, like in terms of their live performance, phenomenal. Where they did perform this song, NUGUDOM, which we're checking out today. And that's really the thing that I noticed most about them when I did see them live. So yes, I have heard this song, both at the KCON like smaller stage they do at the exhibition hall, and also they performed it on the main stage as well. I don't really know why KCON does that. When they don't list people for the main stage, but they will perform there anyway, like XG did last year, like CRAXY and Lapalist did, and then like Hyoden is this year. It's very weird. And then I decided to add their mixtape video No Limits onto this as well. Just cuz. Why not? A lot of these people have waited way too long to get their request done, so I could throw in a little bit extra here and there. So let's check it out. This is CRAXY with NUGUDOM. So I do know this song, but I want to see like when will I recognize it from when I saw it live. Oh, I recognize that location already. Ooh. Really, that was like the first thing, of course, that I realized with CRAXY. With my first thing that I was doing is their cypher, was that their rap line felt kind of more than just K-pop rapping, for sure. Like they knew what they were doing. But then come to like Lucid Dream and now aspects of this song, their vocal line also really fantastic. Okay, yep, there it is. Oh, yes! Oh, I'm remembering this. This song is fucking good. Yeah, this group feels like your rap line here is going to be the meat, kind of the heart of which the basis of like this group's style is built upon. But then really that vocal line also just puts them over the top. Like you have it really strong at first with this chorus drop, and also that move, I think they have their arms behind their back, is pretty damn hard. It's one of those like really subtle moves that I love in choreography. Then the second part of the chorus opens up so much, and it has this kind of almost like lament kind of feeling to it. I dig it.
네가 하는 덕분이 저판을 키워 이곳에 뿌리 박아 next episode Bring the old school break 되면 되지 그래 빼면 머리 걱정은 사양할게 I'm not sorry It's my position 감히 누가 적어 내 이름은 내가 right alright 나에게로 들어온 순간
What a badass name for a title track though, by the way, too. She's probably my favorite vocalist here. She's really great. Why are we lip biting though? Okay, electric guitar. Dumb. But she brings so much attitude in center. She brings a lot of that aggressive energy. Just flick him on the nose.
I don't wanna be a toy, it's my direction.
Oh. Dude, she has so much like charisma and presence. Yes. It's when you can blend this strong of a rap line with this melody that completely sells me. That when I saw them live, man, they really did have a great stage presence to them that you hope for, especially stages like that at KCON. Maybe not even like the main stage, but the smaller stages that some people just come to because they're somewhat interested, or there's maybe a group they're looking for coming on after that group, that they do gain a lot more fans. Because when you're as good as they were performing live, I think you just kind of have to. You take note when a group knows what they're doing. And I love, first of all, just the name of this, and also in the space that they're in. It's so hard. It's so hard these days. And we've now rallied around, how many groups that even in my, short time of having this YouTube channel, you have smaller scale groups like a Pixie, say, to where there are aspects of this that remind me a little bit of Pixie. Where it looks like they're doing everything right. It looks like the company, for the most part, was, All Art was handling everything right. I was digging all the music they were putting out, but it's just so hard to make it when you come from a smaller label, or you are a group that is maybe doing something musically that is a little bit different from what is popular or mainstream or the norm. If you're not one of those top groups, your whole business plan has to be very different based on expectations and then how you make your money in a way. Which is why you see sometimes a lot of these smaller groups within the last few years going on huge tours, or even groups that have backing of, I would say, labels that do have money, like a Rainbow Bridge and even Purple Kiss, who hasn't found that exact footing just yet, even though I thought at one point they really had. And then now they're touring a lot, and they're going on a lot of tour dates, some of which are in locations that wouldn't normally be where a lot of K-pop groups go, like a lot of the middle of Canada and everything like that. You need to find the space to where you can exist with the size that you are. And I think that there are smart people in positions you would expect, at least in their management, to where they can figure out where that space is. Because, not every group can be ITZY or Idol or anything like that. So you need to find where you fit in. And I kind of like how there are aspects of that to where you really just need to shoot your shot and you really need to go for your dream regardless. And that's what this song kind of feels like in a way, of like where what we're facing might be hard, to where we're considered, a group that a lot of people haven't heard of, but we're going to follow our passions and try and make a name for ourselves regardless. It feels like a rallying cry to a lot of groups that people don't give enough time to. It's one thing that I've always loved to do, and I find myself really falling in love with the smaller groups. Maybe not like the small groups, but even the ones that like even your average K-pop fan might not even know, like Billy or something like that I consider being of a certain level, but your average K-pop fan might not even know them. But yeah, that was my spiel, at least on what I thought their kind of intention was with the song. But I really do like the song, and immediately when that chorus hit, I recognized it from last year. Really good. I still think Lucid Dream is probably my favorite song of theirs. I really, really do love that track a lot. Let's check out their No Limit mixtape video as a little addition. I'm expecting, being a mixtape, it's either going to be all one style or...
Yeah, things are changing in few situations, and you became another level from the bottom to the motherfucking top.
Okay.
1997 아무것도 모르던 그때가 어쩌면 that's my heaven이지 몰라 거칠이 동신의 꿈을 밟고 또 휘몰아 지구 덤덤이 난 빠져들어 다시 태어나.
Yeah, I mean, when she performs, when she raps, it has a roughness to it that you're not going to get from... I mean, nowadays, I think we are seeing a little bit of more of that. I mean, you have XG doing their thing for sure, but then also things like Bad Villain, to where I think their rap line also has an intensity to them that feels so fucking earned and not like they're putting on a facade or we're playing the act of the real hard rapper, but they earn that shit in their performance. Yeah, she's good. Oh, we're whispering! We're whisper rapping! You better teach me more better crazy bitch. I don't care 이대로 내 갈 길을 갈래 저기 위. I'm brand new 해진 것 같지만 brand new. This really does feel like a mixtape type release. Baby you like it 계속 너를 찾게 열어도 네 밖에 싫다면 just fuck it. Dude, these girls do not care to curse. 똑같은 짓은 안 해. 미친 자들은 봤네. 그대로 C 그대로 V 더는 없애로운 cause V. Oh by the way we're not crazy, we're CRAXY. That would have helped me out in probably my first reaction, to where I bet I did call them crazy, because you look at it and like, yeah, they're just doing a stylistic approach to crazy. Knowing that would have helped. New song. I really love her vocals. We've gone through like 3 different genres. This is so pop rock now. Woo! Wow, that was interesting. These mixtapes are cool. I always take a mixtape as almost a not necessarily like a chance to flex, but a chance to like show some ability, show skills that might not have like the same cohesion or the polish of a really refined release in some ways. But it's a way to kind of either maybe explore different sounds or to really show what you're capable of. So this definitely was kind of all over the place, but I think it's meant to be that way. I mean, that's kind of the point of it. And I like that. This, by the way, was a request from Lumi. I want to mention that. I should have said that at the start. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry it took so long to get to this. But now we had a little edition of that mixtape. Next up, we've got a request from Arwa, and we're doing Lehigh for the first time, a name that I have heard for a long time, but never really looked into. And just looking a bit at her, like her Wikipedia and all of that, you always assume, at least I do, when there's a solo artist that they at some point came from a group of some form, but Lehigh doesn't seem to have done that, which I guess could be the case for a handful of YG artists as well. She is one of those artists that was on the YG label at one point. It looks like she might have like started her career in the early 2010s, I think from like either like survival shows or some kind of competition show, and became a solo artist. So now we're checking this out courtesy of Arwa. Extra info, Arwa says she has one of the most beautiful voices ever, and the emotions in her songs are next level. Both songs are from the same album. We're checking out the songs Savior and Only. So we're going to be starting off with Savior, and this features B.I. on here as well. So this is actually one of her more recent songs. So this wasn't back during... actually, so if they're on the same album, they're both going to be more recent songs from 2021. So these aren't during those YG days. So let's check out Savior, and then we'll get to Only. I don't think I've ever heard a song from her ever before. Oh, it's a very pretty church. Ooh. Even the title splash had so much style. See what you mean about these vocals. Whoa. She's got some range too. I do not like how gelatinous that looks. How old is she? Because if she started in, I'm just really curious, age. She's 27. Okay, she looks younger than that here to me. She just has a very, very young looking face. He's acting his ass off.
켜인 녹지 않을 단어들을 꺼내 예쁘게 포장하고 서로의 세상에 건네 모를 리 없잖아 어차피 사랑은 변해 차라리 영원을 믿는 쪽인 마음은 편해 휩쓸렸던 내려간 그곳에서 우리는 어떤 표정 지을까 과거는 희미하고 미래는 미지하잖아 그냥 달이 뜨면 둘만의 궁전으로 떠날까
나의 구원자 하늘이 내려주셨나 너를 안고 슬픈 꿈을 꾸었다 너를 본 순간 말없이 알 수 있었다 내 인생을 망칠 구원자란 걸
I love how this whole music video was acted as well. All of the emotion was very, very understated. It was super direct. I actually want to watch this one over again, I feel like it's one of those music videos and songs itself that is deserving of such. I feel like I've seen this before, but where the fuck is this? Because holy shit, is that gorgeous. My God, goddamn. You got a lot of red in this music video. Red, I always assume immediately like either passion or even sometimes like a loss of innocence in a way. Like you sometimes see that as like fertility, but that's might be too aggressive for what this is trying to say in this music video. But what I like about this is that everything was red and had that kind of intensity to it. Or even if you want to look at it as like passion, desire, or even fate in some ways. But all of their like facial expressions in this were super, super subdued. So it created this like nice juxtaposition. So we're in a church and I guess from it's like when you're in a bad place and you feel like that someone has almost been sent to you like an angel in your life. You met someone at just the right time that they almost feel heavenly, like they came at the perfect time in your life, whether that be just a friend or even more. Oh, okay. It literally opens up like fate, like destiny. So yeah, that makes sense there too. But I was kind of wondering if because of their subdued expression, if we were going to get some turn that you're almost looking at you could look at people that way too intensely as someone is your like false prophet in a way. Like you put too much of your own ability to function, and to get over things within your own life into someone else, And that's never a healthy way to go about things. So I thought we were going to get maybe a darker turn, but I don't think it ever became that. She does have just a gorgeous voice. Is there such a thing of as love without despair? Probably not, because one of the inherent things of loving something or someone is making yourself vulnerable, giving up a piece of yourself, and it's with that kind of willingness to be a little fragile that you can love more intensely. So it could be the battle between that she's discussing here. She's like, you have a piece of my heart that I never gave you, because sometimes it's taken before you realize it. She really just has such a gorgeous voice. And then maybe like the depiction of the nosebleed is that kind of that thing that I was talking about, to where like you're dealing with your own shit when the person comes at the perfect time, and then the symbolism of him giving himself the nosebleed is finding someone who's willing to share in that pain with you, who carries a little bit of your load. That's kind of the part of being in an actual loving relationship, is that you each share each other's pain in some way, and you're willing to.
나를 특별하게 만들어줘. 숨을 쉬는 것도 의미를 부여하게 돼. 모든 아름다운 것들에 날 투영하게 돼. 쓸데없이 날 살고 싶게. 절망 없는 사랑 있을까? 넌 날 어디로 데려가려나? 정말 너는.
Definitely in the way that this is filmed, and part of I'd say the red color, even at like their table there, or even like the rain hitting her and kind of blending between both scenes. I think it's meant to be a little unsettling. You're supposed to feel kind of unnerved by this.
언제까지라도 내 옆에 있어줄 수 있을까? 나의 구원자 하늘이 내려주셨나?
That is a look, by the way, with the dark shades and the red umbrella. See, like the food, even. That is supposed to, I feel like, almost look like flesh. Very, very intentionally. You're talking about saviors. You're talking about him giving a piece of himself, his body to you. I mean, you can relate that to Jesus all you want, I guess, because it makes sense. She was 25, 24, 5 here? She looks even younger.
모를 리 없잖아 어차피 사랑은 변해 차라리 영혼을 믿는 쪽인 마음은 편해 휩쓸렸던 내려간 그곳에서 우리는 어떤 표정 지을까 과거는 희미하고 미래는 미지하잖아 그냥 달이 뜨면 둘만의 공전으로 떠날까
나의 구원자 하늘이 내려주셨나 너를 안고 슬픈 꿈을
my internet keeps going out, but we're trying to make the best of it. We're back.
너를 본 순간 말없이 알 수 있었다 내 인생을 망칠 구원자란 걸
Now they weathered the storm together. Yeah, this is a great song. Great song. Love the video. And as a first introduction to her voice, wow. Really, really amazing vocals. And also in a track where, like, sometimes I feel like this is a great display of when you have an amazing vocalist. When you have a song that it doesn't do too much, it doesn't have these crazy, like, highs, or we're not belting like crazy. You just show your precision and your very I guess attractive vocal color as a vocalist, and that's exactly what she does here. Let's move on to the next song from her, which is called Only. So this is on the same album. This came out, yeah, it's also 2021. This must have been the more popular one. This is 141 million views. Holy shit. Holy shit. Are these supposed to be her parents? That would be the year she was born, yes?
Be my only one 이렇게 부르고
Wow.
싶은 이름 내 곁에 손을 잡고서 같이 걸어요. 비가 오는 밤에도 외로웠던 낮에도 그대와 난 빛깔을 내게 가득 칠해줘요. 내가 더 잘할게요. 이렇게 같이 있어준다면 Now I believe 라라라라 부르는 노래 자꾸 찾아 헤매이던 그대와 마요 내 사랑
I could see her songs and her voice being very popular domestically. It's just got that sound. It's what Koreans crave.
기분 좋아 꼭 둘이서 추는 춤 같아 my 내 사랑 be my only love be my only one 이제는 숨기지 않고 또 말할 수 있어 그렇게나 말하고 싶다 Say I love you 쉬고 싶은 밤에도 바쁘던 아침에도 그대 내게 쉴 곳을 마음속에 마련해요 내가 더 잘할게요 그 맘을 내게 나눠준다면 No I believe 라라라라 부르는 노래 자꾸 찾아 헤매이던
Does most of her music typically reside with love songs? It's the same kind of as the last video, to where it's like you're taking life events, you're taking love yet again and putting it into a theatrical sense, as if it's some performance, some like audition in some ways. I do love that. Viewing life in general, or aspects of life as this intricate play. I mean, it's a sentiment that's going to be attractive to literally anyone who who's attracted to just the core values of what you perceive love to be, growing old with someone, finding your person, destiny yet again. If you really still haven't been beaten down enough to where you can hold true that that there is that person out there for you, and you can achieve a love like this. Sometimes I wonder if it's too idealistic, although many do it. We're gonna watch this again. These videos are too well made to not watch them over again, and her voice is so comforting. So I had thought initially that we're gonna be going back in time here from the current day to maybe around where she was born, and this is supposed to be some depiction of how she views maybe her parents' love to be. Because that would fall in the range of her age, right? But I was also confused by these. I never picked up on the reasoning behind all of these doctor visits. I don't know if it's supposed to play into that idea of love as life as this long, intricate play that has its ups and downs, and that this is supposed to be some kind of symbolic idea of an audition in some ways, waiting outside. I'm not sure. I could just be looking way too much into it, but it's a nice thought. As she practices her dance moves. Life as a waltz.
Be my only one. 이렇게 부르고 싶은 이름 내 곁에 손을 잡고서 같이 걸어요.
Oh man, she has such a pretty voice. They're fixing his collar just like she would later on.
외로웠던 낮에도 그대와 난 빛깔을 내게 가득 칠해줘요. 내가 더 잘 알게요. 이렇게 같이 있어준다면 Now I believe 라라라라 부르는 노래 자꾸 찾아 헤매이던 그대와
God, it all just sounds so hard, doesn't it? To be with someone for this long. You have to sacrifice so much. You have to be able to change with a person. Like, think of yourself over the last 5 to 10 years. You've probably changed so much as a person. Now to do that for, 5 times the amount of time at least, and still remain with someone and still have the same kind of life path with each other, there's a reason why it's so difficult. This video is so cute.
말할 수 있어 그렇게나 말하고 싶어 Say I love you 쉬고 싶은 밤에
Trying to understand more about the calendar and what that says outside of just the passage of time. And the calendar being like a very tangible idea of the time you've spent with each other. I love those backing strings. Date night. A love like this would make even my most immature dream come true. Yeah, I really love that line because these sometimes this depiction of love feels like an immature, idea of it, of how could things work out this way. But this is what you picture growing up, the person that you're going to meet. It will be like this. It does feel immature in a way. Wow, her layered vocals are just so nice, man. God damn. Kind of surprises me that it took this long to finally hear songs from her, as it was a name I've heard for a while. But I can't imagine these are songs that there are many K-pop channels also tackling, but they should, because holy shit, this is so good. She's fantastic. I really adored both of these songs. Also, both music videos, so great. Really well crafted. Fix that collar. And it transitions very seamlessly. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Thank you so much for those requests. Those are absolutely going on my playlist, and I'm just highly interested in her now, just as an artist in general, even though she has been around now for I think 12 years as an artist, but such good stuff. Thank you so much. Next up is a request from Eric. We're doing My Girls in STAYC. This is their song Star, which is part of an OST. I do know this song, actually. I just listened to the audio version. One that I never expected to react to exactly, but they do have a special clip here, a special MV, so I'm sure we're going to have a lot of recording room shots. That's typically what you get for these special clips when they are doing an OST. So I already know I like this song, so let's check it out. I cannot believe I haven't yet listened to their newest album. I think my slight disappointment with Cheeky Icy thing has maybe delayed that a little bit, but I just need to get to it. Oh man, especially because I'm seeing them in a week at KCON. We don't have captions right now. This is 2 years ago now. Launchian's a moment. I love these cutaway shots too of them. Wait, but Sumin here is way overacting on the right, and I kind of love it. Doing too much. And her vocals really suit this. I mean, she's always been someone that I'm so impressed of how good of a vocalist she is, especially like I think like first getting her start in acting, because her dad is an actor, I think, right? He's at least in show business in some respect, to where I think he's somewhat of a known name in Korea to some degree. But I think then as a kid, she first started doing acting. I know she has, period, but I think she was doing that before becoming a singer. And she's also such a good singer. It's crazy. Some people are just too talented. I was gonna say, where the hell is Yoon? Did we see her before? She might have come here on her own day. She's not in any of the shots with the other girls, I don't think. Definitely, I called it. I'm so smart. This group is so stupidly likable. Just as humans, especially looking at this, like, have you guys seen recently, I mean, if you're a STAYC fan, you probably have, but if you're not, I implore you to look up the reaction. I don't know where they were flying to, but it's at the airport, and there's a fan that's being, like, weirdly rude to them, as if, like, they owe you their time at the airport or something, and Jay looks at her like, what the fuck, bitch? I don't owe you anything. What? And it is amazing. I'm in love with it so much. I want idols to treat shitty fans more like they should be treated, without fear of repercussions of like, well, what's the media gonna think if I lash out a little bit? Lash out. These people are assholes. You give them an inch, they take a mile. Don't let them. No. I think kind of, I don't know. My opinion, at least, I think showing up at airports is weird to begin with. I mean, it's nice when you stay, far back and, you cheer on your idol to some degree, but even then, I think it's a little weird. Let these people be. Like, see them at the show. I always wonder what these shows that they're doing these OSTs for are like. And if they're like a good fit conceptually for what the show actually is. Dorks. This is the first time that someone other than Yoon has taken the chorus. We also haven't heard much Isa until now. There she is in the back, though. Yeah, I remember first hearing this when it just came up when I was like prepping for the STAYC show last October when they were coming here. And I just had them on shuffle. And I was like, oh, wow, I saw this cover art. And I was like, I actually haven't heard of this. And I just played the song. And it was so very fitting for just like walking around like late September, early October, kind of early autumn feelings from that song. So yeah, that was Star by STAYC. I really do dig this song. If you're interested in more STAYC content, we've been doing, I feel like, more than ever over on Patreon and Fourth Wall, variety type stuff for the most part. Everything basically outside the new album, which I just have to get to. But we have been doing a lot of STAYC content. There's plenty more to come. And it's all thanks to requesters like Eric and others. So yeah, thank you so much for that request. Next up, we've got a very interesting request. This is from Ben, and we're doing Refund Sisters, which I remember when this dropped like almost 4 years ago now, and I had just started my channel. It was probably just a handful of months old, and people were requesting this, and I was just very confused. I was confused just how much like cross-pollination there was amongst groups and certain idols, and how like subunits and side groups would form, and just wasn't exposed to just the degree which that could go. And that was also in the midst of when I was just doing so much Mamamoo stuff. So that is certainly related to this, because this is a group formed across different like generations of I think I'd say like female powerful icons in the Korean industry. So you have Hwasa, you have Jessie, you have Lee Hyori, and you have Chunghwa. And I don't know Chunghwa out of all of these. She's the only one I don't know. But then when looking her up on Wikipedia, it literally says that she is one of the most influential women in the Korean entertainment industry, which is wild. Like that's a strong headline to lead with. So she is 54. So at the time of this, she was like 50 years old. And it seems like she primarily got her start, even though she does certainly plenty of music as well, that she's primarily known for being an actress. It looks like even her first appearance was in like 92, 93, and that's around when she got her starts. But also does music as well, so kind of an all-arounder. And I'm assuming that she's going to be like, you know, like Jessie and like Hwasa. I know Hyori as a name, less so as like an artist, but I know how influential she is, and I know about her group and all of that, but haven't like listened to music of hers myself. But I know for sure just the punches that women like Hwasa and Jessie are willing to pull in an industry and in a culture that is certainly very patriarchal. So this is going to be interesting. Don't Touch Me is the MV, and we have women across all different generations, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s age ranges. That's just really fucking cool. So let's check it out. I don't think they've done anything since this. At least I haven't heard of it. So let's do it. I just think collabs like this are so interesting and so cool. It's like a passion project. God, her tone is so strong. Whoa. Oh, I really like her voice. Is Hwasa eating pizza? Oh no, Hwasa's putting on that face too, where it's like she's mad at me for something. Oh, she's so aggressive. I can't say I really like that short haircut on Chunghwa very much. I don't know if that works for her, but I love her voice. Yes. The fact that this even exists, I feel like, is an achievement. It just like feels like it bucks all your typical like Korean entertainment industry trend of like we have women of all multiple like ages here, to where like youth is just completely idolized and just doing it by their own accord. I just like when when you get to the point to where you can really just do whatever the hell you want, when especially you have connections like this with each other and friends like this. Hyori is hot. It really does feel like some kind of concoction of idols from different eras making a Charlie's Angels. These fight scenes and all the guns. Oh, hips! Okay, I'm sold on you. Oh, the bass, the beat in this is so powerful too. Yeah, the fact that this exists is just so awesome. Who gives a better stank face than Hwasa, honestly? I would say that the only person maybe like second to her would probably be like Jessie. Oh, and even here it's like very 70s exploitation film kind of stylized splash screen. That was awesome. That was so cool. I'm going to look up really quickly seasonal. So it says on the Wikipedia that they're considered a seasonal group, but that is the only song that they've ever released. Just that one, which is a shame. I would love to see more from them because that's just really cool that they're able to do this. I wonder how it also came about. Their description here on Wikipedia doesn't seem to really say that, or what the name Refund Sisters exactly means. I don't know if I just missed it in the lyrical content itself, but I'd just love to know more about the project, how it came about between these artists specifically. Like, I could for sure see, based on the energies they give, and because they're the two that I by far know the most, I see Hwasa and Jessie being very good friends, absolutely. But I'd love to know how they all came together and made this project. But really cool to finally see this. I think it's just so unique and just is an amazing thing that exists. So thank you so much, Ben, for that request. Next, we are doing some Wonder Girls. We did Wonder Girls for the first time like a month and a half ago. One of those groups that I've just always known for the longest time, but never actually listened to them until then. We did the songs Nobody and Why So Lonely. I think, yeah, Why So Lonely was the one that I really adored. Loved it so much. And now we're doing I Feel You, and also Yubin from Wonder Girls, her solo song Lady. So we'll just combine these together. This is a request from Sarah. I think the first song, I Feel You, is going to be some more 80s retro sounds, which I think Why So Lonely kind of had a little bit of that, maybe. And then also Yubin's solo here, Lady, is much more of like a city pop type song. So let's get to it. Wonder Girls, I Feel You. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, look at her.
And the Wonder Girls.
What are you doing?
We're
What the
back.
fuck was that transition? I'm sorry. Kind of shook from that still. What? This is amazing. Yes. Like big yes to this so far? Oh, just bathe in the 80s glory right now. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you. Never. Oh my god, look at her!
Baby.
Oh no. I was just about to say we're going off on our guitar, and then this is very like Baywatchy. What? Dude, K-pop lost its way at some point. This is wild. This is a very charged video. Oh, I could listen to her sing all day. I'm happy that I could actually recognize her in this rather than like nobody. I couldn't at all. Bring back the era of the leg. Oh, synth going off. This feels like all the hotness of Sistar just delivered in a different package. Something was going off just there. Oh yeah, I mean, I love any kind of 80s retro sound. I dig it. When we were doing our whole 80s and disco thing like 2 years ago in K-pop and every song seemed to be that, I never got sick of it. I love for it to just even come back around again. I don't even know what our trend is these days. It's probably just like lo-fi chill stuff, probably brought on by a lot of new jeans, I would say. Maybe that and Y2K things. That's kind of what we're in now. We had a little break there where we did just lots of rock influenced songs. But you know, if you're gonna bring back the 80s and even disco stuff, I'm all for that too. This was great. Love the song. The video is it's a handful. I guess that's the best way to describe it. I do want to watch it again. But I don't want to do that to myself exactly. But I do want to watch that again. It's really just fantastic. And I both love the era of just this 80s music, but also this era of K-pop as well, to where they just seem to not give a fuck. We're going to just rub ice on ourselves and wear bathing suits. And it was just legs for days, all day. I'm a supporter. All right. And now we're going to be checking out Yubin's song Lady. Okay, let's focus. Oh, yes. Oh my god, I love it. Oh my god, even the sound, like the way it's mixed, I need to raise the volume. This is really going for like a genuine depiction of the era. Like even the quality of the mix. Baby? just what I was talking about before, when it comes to artists like, say, New Jeans are doing a bit of that, like, chill, lo-fi type stuff, it can sometimes just feel like easy listening for me, to where I enjoy it, but it kind of just passes through one ear out the other. This is similar in a way to me, but it's a style that I just enjoy a little bit more. But it's also just very easy listening. No one's gonna be upset by this. It's a crowd pleaser. Great video. Oh, the camera work. Those like constant steady zooms. Yes. Oh, the camera work is so good. Back when we just resorted to like going down low on our knees and like doing high shots in the same exact shot, and these quick crash zooms on the beat. Love that. It's like the frame is dancing with her. There are tons of boys who lined up for me. So you better make your move. And that's the thing too, to where like you have artists in K-pop that will do the city pop vibe. They'll do it musically. This is doing it visually, but it's also very much doing like the genuine Japanese city pop vibe, like the core aspects of city pop within this. This song I could see being an addiction for me. It's something that is so repeatable. She is harnessing all the... Oh, yes! Keyboard on the road! What? This whole video was so sick. It felt like I was doing karaoke or something, and this was like the weird 80s city pop song that you've never heard of before, and this was just the video that was attributed to it as you were reading the lyrics and singing. I just thought this was executed so perfectly. Like nailed the concept. The song's really, really good too. So this came out 6 years ago. I believe that, this was also her solo debut. I don't know how much she's had after this, but really great stuff, man. Basically everything that we've heard from Wonder Girls so far, I've really loved. Nobody I do like, maybe not. That'd probably be my least favorite thing we've heard so far. But everything else, really, really fantastic. So let me know your thoughts, and let me know if you've got any other Wonder Girl stuff to throw at me. What was that first song called again? That was I Feel You. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. Next, we've got a request from Linoki, and this is for On and Off, who I've been doing ever so often now and then after Buy My Monster release, which is still one of my favorite songs of this year. I just think that song is so fantastic, and more people need to listen to it. But On and Off was an artist that I did relatively often a couple of years ago, but has faded from, I guess, my channel ever since. But Buy My Monster kind of bringing it back to some degree. So Linoki here has requested We Must Love and Why. Now, why I actually did react to. I have done that one before. It was on probably either an old Patreon request compilation video, but you can find it probably if you search my on and off playlist. So I have reacted to that. So we're going to do We Must Love, and then just in place of that, I decided to put their song Love Effect, which I think was maybe their release before By My Monster, and I have not heard that one before. So we're going to be doing that one instead. But just to read Lunoki's request right here, they say these two MVs are the reason why I fell in love with On and Off. I even like them better than the Beautiful Beautiful MV, which was great, but there's something to be said about the creativity with a little versus a lot. I thought Y was a masterpiece. I still do. That reminds me, you might recognize some things. Moscow Moscow was extra footage from Y, which I think I did mention in my initial Y reaction, which at this point was probably 2 to 3 years ago. But I remember just falling in love with Moscow, and I did recognize the like footage overlap. But that's one thing about On and Off that I'm always completely bewildered by. The fact that their music videos are so conceptual and so pretty and high concept and well made, but they are, I think, like budget-wise typically and like sales-wise considered, your smaller group. So I always just find that so interesting. I can't tell you that I understand anything about where their story is going with like cloning and all of that and AI, because that's all involved in a lot of their MVs, especially Y. But I do have to say that I love their visuals regardless, even if I don't understand where this narrative is going. So we're going to be doing We Must Love and then Love Effect. So let's get it going. Oh my god, that intro was so good. Da-na-na-na. Oh. Oh, that like pervasive melody is going to... Wow. Oh. Oh, I fucking love this song. Might be playing it a little too loud, blowing my ears out. Wow. Red hair in this is nuts. Holy crap, man. That was fantastic. I could see why you requested this after I Love to Buy My Monster so much, because there are like kind of emotional bends to this song that are similar to that, but this certainly just kicks it up a notch in like an energetic way. It has a little bit more attitude, a bit more aggression, but it still has this this kind of emotional slant that I really love. And really looking at this group perform and just their music videos and just everything, it really does feel like this could be a group, you're watching a group that would like, it's one of those reasons that I think that K-pop privilege is like 1000. Like if you deny that that's a thing, I think you're kind of crazy. Like if this group, I feel like, had the big three kind of backing, I mean, you want to throw Hybe in there as well, your big four backing, that they would be so much bigger than they actually are, or as they deserve to be. Not saying that groups from those labels aren't deservedly big. I'm saying that this group deserves to be probably as big if they had that same kind of fandom that's just completely ingrained in them already. That like if you are a huge fan of like, Red Velvet or aespa, and then you find out, your new SM girl group, you're already so on board. And also just having those deep pockets as well. But you would think that this label, I always forget where they're from, also has deep pockets, because these videos are always insane and like their performances are wild. My first experience with On and Off was from Road to Kingdom, but I think even during Road to Kingdom, that was now a while ago. I probably watched that 4 years ago, almost now. It was almost 4 years ago. Now we're gearing up for Road to Kingdom 2, which we're totally doing. I can't wait for that, especially because ONE is going to be on there again. I guess that could be considered a very bad thing or a good thing for ONE, however you want to look at it. But I don't think I was taken with them as much, even on Road to Kingdom, as I have been after the fact, getting into more of their music. They put out quality, man. They put out quality, and this video is no different from just how fantastic it is. And the mixing in this, like their production also is so good. It's so finely tuned and polished. I really, really love this song. Let's listen to this one again. This is from 2019. Maybe, I mean, I at least don't recall, but that would put it, a year before Road to Kingdom. So like they could have performed this on Road to Kingdom, but I don't remember it. That opening shot is gorgeous. Oh my god, in this. I love when songs introduce a through line melody for you to get comfortable with right at the onset, and then it's kind of like just that through line that connects the entire song. I like the digitized effect that they have on them too. Really long build up too. The warped, distorted backing vocals along with his in the pre-chorus. Even the face. Their concepts always have this mix of not just like technology and like AI cloning type stuff, but also just these beautiful set piece shots that are like combining all of that, like the tech, with a lot of like natural visuals of like lush forest or whatever. I love that blend. They got the barcodes on their neck. Oh, first of all, yes, I want to call back to this. I really like this subtle transitional portion after the first chorus into the next verse. The like hushed tones and that kind of warping sound. Oh, they're playing it in reverse. You get a lot more guitar. once this second rap verse, I think, comes in too. You can hear it back there. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, this build-up is crazy. Oh, like, come on. I just needed to check. This has 2.7 million views. 2.7 million views. You're telling me, man, the way that this song would be celebrated if any larger, you know, big three boy group came out with a song like this. Come on now. Like, K-pop privilege is absolutely a thing, but it's like a powerful thing. It is a powerful thing. And I think people that don't recognize that are just, they're so out to lunch, man. I can't believe that this like has only 2.7 million views. Oh, yeah, he's killing it. Like, this song already, if it came out this year, would rank as one of my favorite boy group songs of the year. Literally next to their other song. Oh, yeah. That shit's amazing. I love it. Where was that primarily filmed? Was it like the Philippines and Indonesia? So amazing. God, yeah, the sci-fi concept is also just really, really cool. I might not know where anything is going with it in terms of like actual narrative, but visually it's just so pretty that like, where's this money coming from, man? Because they're on like the same label as like Oh My Girl, right? Oh My Girl hasn't done anything since like last summer, I think, for that summer song maybe. I don't remember. I remember that video being pretty cool, but I don't remember it having nearly this amount of production level. But yeah, that song's fantastic. Now let's check out Love Effect, which is outside of Buy My Monster, I think their most recent title track. This was 9 months ago. Next up is a request from Radish, and we're checking out Brave Girls, which I'm just stoked about. Really fell in love with Brave Girls during Queendom 2. I saw them in Central Park. I think in my last reaction, the first like BB Girls debut, I did post some of the clips from when I did see them. Well, unfortunately, Yoojung has left BB Girls already, even just after the debut. And at that point, this debut feels like a while ago now. So I don't know when that next song is coming. But I would like it to come soon. And now we're checking out After We Ride. I really loved We Ride. I think they performed this song as well on Queendom 2 at some point, although I do not recall it. That already feels like an eternity ago. So thank you so much, Radish, for the request, and let's check it out. This is After We Ride. This came out August of 2021, so like a year before Queendom 2-ish, a little bit less than that. Is Yoojung going to be a solo artist, or is she just not doing the music scene anymore? That's a sick BMW. Except it's got that weird front. The new BMWs with the front. That's why the 3 Series, where it still has the normal grille. That's got the weird grille. Looks like a nose. Oh.